This is spontaneous. Let's see what kind of reaction we get. Ready? Hey, what do we do?
Quality work!
Oh, that was beautiful.
Welcome to Leesburg Academy Builders, the new generation. We're at the job site here on East Main Street in downtown Leesburg, where this year's Dream Team will start a new home for a well-deserving family. This year, the Dream Team is building a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and they'll be taking the empty lot and turning it into a forever home for our family. Every good house needs a solid foundation, and Alex Core is out today to start forming the slab on a warm Florida morning. The Dream Team will be out on the job site for the first time today, observing the crew as they work. The key to a successful home build is an accurate, level foundation, and with Alex Core, you can trust the job will be done right.
Today, the students will be coming out to, we'll be talking about the forming of the slab, talking about the different aspects of it and why this is a mono slab construction. The last 2 years we've had a great group of students, and I'm looking forward to having another new group to work with. It's always interesting to get to know each individual student, to get to know their strengths, the things that they excel in. So I'm excited to meet them today for the first time.
All right. Can't even see. It's like I'm blind. You know, what would really stink is if in the middle of the pour, the weight of the concrete, one of your forms like flipped out. Oh, that would be like devastating. I'm not talking about ruining your day. No. Man. So notice these nails too, it's like they have 2 heads. They're all sticking up.
They do have 2 heads.
They use those nails because they want them to stick up a little bit for tying strings and things when you're doing all this stuff.
It's a little different. As long as you go bigger, you're okay.
Go big or go home, y'all.
If you go smaller, like when I put one bottom, 2 before on the bottom.
Yeah. Wow, was that?
What do we do?
The folks from Ross Plumbing have been on the job site installing the plumbing that goes under the slab. It's a big job placing the plumbing in the right spot.
So there are certain things that go underneath the slab of a house. And so naturally they need to be done before the slab goes in. That's what the plumbers are here doing now. So I don't know how else to put it other than, crap runs downhill. Okay. The reason I say that is because, I'm just saying. The reason I say that is because the pipes underneath the house have to be pitched a certain way because you want the crap to run that direction. And so you'll notice these trenches are all angled. There's a lot of thought that has to go into the pitch. If it's not enough, things don't move like they should be through the pipes, and you get clogged up pipes and all kind of messes, which is tricky because now they're underneath a concrete slab. Once they're being used after the house is done, they're underneath the slab. So you want to make sure everything's functioning right there so you don't have to open up that slab and have to get down there for anything. But if this pitch is too much, if there's too much of a lean, then when you connect to the sewage at the street or wherever, the septic tank, the pipes will be coming out of the house too low. And so you miss the connection. So there's this little range there you got to get in there. So a lot of math, a lot of thinking, a lot of double checking measurements and things. Another thing that's tricky is that they have to have these drain pipes coming up through the floor right in the middle of a wall. A wall is like 3.5 inches thick, okay? And the pipes sometimes are about that diameter. So they've got to, without the slab here, without the walls here, without just a dirt slab, they have to figure out, make sure that pipe is coming out at exactly that point. I mean, within centimeters on the whole slab. So it looks like just digging ditches and throwing pipe in it. Like, hey, I can do sprinklers, I can do this, but there's a lot more to it than that. Hey, listen up, listen up. I want you to start asking yourself questions and asking them. Like literally, I'm the teacher. And I was over here a second ago being like, tell me this, tell me that, trying to figure it out. You want to leave here feeling like you understand what they're doing and why.
It's supposed to all flow down to the street, which gets carried on to wherever else they process the water. Well, 2 years ago, I was a part of the Dream Team, which is now still running. Happy to see that. But yeah, the Dream Team really helped me, figure out things like this, rough-ins, carpentry, basic electrics and HVAC. And so it's basically mirrored on there. The washer goes over here.
Today is the groundbreaking ceremony at this year's Leesburg Academy Builders Habitat for Humanity site, and wow, does Leesburg know how to throw a party. Everyone is here today to celebrate the beginning of a new project and a new year of learning.
I wasn't expecting all these people to be out here today like it is. It was really nice. They got the cheerleaders in the band, making us feel more welcome, to an environment that we're gonna be working on. So that's real nice.
We're so proud this morning to have our local high school band, cheer squad with us, and the many residents of Leesburg. Let's give them a hand this early morning with the great music, the Leesburg High School fight song. And we just want to welcome you on behalf of the city commissioners of Leesburg. We have Commissioner Jimmy Bird with us, our city manager, Al Minner, our public works director, and you hear from our superintendent of schools later. On behalf of the city of Leesburg, we're so proud to be able to donate this lot in the core city, part of our city, to see home ownership happening in the city of Leesburg, affordable home ownership, where I believe that everyone in Leesburg who wants a house should be able to obtain a house.
And it is moments like this that give me hope. And I want to thank you for giving us hope, giving this community hope, giving our kids hope, and giving me as the leader of these schools and 43,000 kids hope for each of them and for tomorrow, that this will pass and that on the other side of this, we're going to see great things for our kids. So thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for making this dream a reality.
1, 2, 3.
I was excited about the groundbreaking and my daughter Shirley, in which she's been a cheerleader. This is her first year, but I was just so excited about the groundbreaking and just to pull up and just see everybody just out here just to be supportive and everything. It was just so wonderful. Yes, I always had a desire to own my own home. I'm in my mid-40s actually. And Destiny is the baby of the family, so it's a wonderful experience for her to experience me and her having our own home, first home.
4 years ago, we were looking for hope at Leesburg High School. We were looking for hope for our students. We were looking for hope for our community. And over the last 4 years, we really developed that hope into encouragement and into nurturing our students into being great as well. 4 years ago, although we were in a rough spot, we had great things going on at Leesburg High School, but perception was reality. So it was important for us to begin telling our story on a daily basis. So by partnering with our community, partnering with our city, and ensuring that they understood the stories that were going on between the walls of Leesburg High School. And then again, we have surrounded ourselves with great people. I have not done this alone. We have surrounded ourselves with a great administrative staff, great teachers like Mr. Russ, great district support like Ms. Francis Ellis, Ms. Linnea Wiseman, Superintendent Cornegie. We would not be in this position without the entire community wrapping their arms around Leesburg. So over the last 4 years, we've seen a 21% increase in our graduation rate. We are the only school in Lake County history to have graduates from the Cambridge Advanced International Certificate of Education program. We are the only program in Lake County that's partnering with Habitat for Humanity for our third habitat build. Again, we are really trailblazing for others in the community and in Lake County. So I could not be prouder of Leesburg High School, our community, and our city for the growth, and we're just getting started.
I am just thrilled and proud of our district and our community. We started with one school, we've grown to 3 schools building habitat houses in 3 different cities in the county. We have a 4th HVAC program at Umatilla High School, and we have a drafting program at Mount Dora High School. So we're growing every year. We're getting the community more and more excited about our construction programs and more community support.
The congressman loves it when things happen locally in the community or in the county. You have Romac Lumber, you have Habitat for Humanity, and then you have the city. They all came together and saw the local need for housing, and it's a beautiful partnership that we love to see happening local.
Being able to partner with the kids to teach them about trades, get them good jobs when they graduate high school, I think it's really cool. I'm really proud the city's part of it. And so, like you say, this marks the 2nd lot. I think we get 2 houses out of this lot, so that's really cool. And we'll have to go and look for some more lots for y'all.
It's concrete day on the job site, and our friends from Alex Corp are back on the site getting ready for the first trucks to roll in. Today, our home takes shape.
They're using a 3,000 PSI concrete. And so right now they're just filling in the footing areas. And then they'll start also filling in where the floor goes. And they'll be screeding it off, which basically levels the concrete. After they do that, they'll be running a bull float, a magnesium bull float over it, which as they drag that across the surface of the concrete, it helps pull the cement cream to the top surface. Also helps to put the aggregate that's in the concrete to push it down. And then after they do that, it'll just be a waiting game for the concrete to start curing.
The slab is finished, and now it's time for the real construction to begin. The lumber from Romac Building Supply is scheduled for delivery this afternoon, and to make a level work area around the slab, job site supervisor Barry Martin has pulled out the shovels for the dream team.
Oh, you want to see something crazy? You want to know when things get serious?
Why'd you drop the ball? Right? White hat.
This means work's about to happen.
Y'all better be scared now.
Oh, yeah.
You got a headband on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always.
All this ground that's piled up around the exterior perimeter, we're gonna level that out. So in the long run, it's gonna be more safe, more stable for us to work on. So basically, I'm gonna put Will and Mike in charge of the grading. I want you guys to help, but I want you guys to keep an eye on what's happening. What we're gonna do is we want 8 inches from the top of the slab down to final grade. So you're gonna be throwing some of the dirt in against the slab. Then we're gonna grade it out nice and flat, the whole way around the perimeter of the house. So if everybody works together, does their part, we should be able to finish this up today with no problem, okay?
I think that it's like an honor, but also fun to be a part of the dream team. The people that I'm with make it a lot better, but as a female, it's kind of harder because I feel like I have to do twice as much to be put on the same level. Well, it's Florida, so it's pretty hot, but I feel like that's a very small price to pay to like help someone and give them something that they're gonna be able to have for a very long time. I work hard because of my older sister. Growing up, it kind of felt like we didn't really have a lot of role models, so it was kind of just me and her. and she was working hard and on her own by the time she was about 18, and she's always had the straight A's and the really good at working at everything that she does. So I kind of get that from her.
What does she think about you?
I don't really talk to her a lot anymore, but I feel like she'd be proud or happy. I feel like he's not just a teacher, but almost like a father figure, because outside of the workplace, he's also like there for you when you need him and like a shoulder to lean on. But he also guides you into the right paths and shows you how to do stuff, not only how to do it, but how to do it right. I went into high school not knowing what I was gonna do, not just like after high school, but in it in general. And I feel like putting myself into construction has made me a much better person, because it's not just like put me into construction and giving me something to do. It's put me around people that are also very like positive energies, and I've made really good friends, and I feel like I wouldn't be in the spot that I am in high school if I didn't do it. So far I've learned how to use a lot of different saws, which I would have been terrified to do like about 2 years ago. I've learned a lot about trust and putting like faith in other people, because you have to not only carry your own, but trust that they're gonna carry theirs. And the team that I'm with carries their own weight. So it's not just like one person carrying it all. I don't know, I'm excited to just see where everything takes me. On the day that we give the homeowner the keys, I feel like it's just gonna be heartwarming, but also like a self kind of pride moment, but like self-pride in a good way. So just like a yeah, I did this kind of feeling.
What I love about the Construction Academy is how close we end up being towards the end of the year. So this house, I missed this portion of like groundbreaking and the leveling of the dirt and everything and laying the concrete last year. So I ended up just the process of setting up the forms for the concrete and then leveling out the dirt around it. So this is the second house I built, and what I'm gonna bring this year to the team is my leadership qualities from last year and knowing how the dream team should act. So a lot of things I learned from Mr. Us are like things I've been doing wrong that I've just done my entire life and found out that's not safe and could hurt somebody. And things I learned from the dream team was how to always stay doing something, stay busy.
So far this year, we've learned a lot about manners and how to treat other people, especially bosses, people that are higher than you. You have to treat them with respect and they'll respect you back. Quality work is taking pride in what you do and not leaving behind a job that you didn't give it your best, you left work undone. So we try and get as much quality work as we can. My dad, he's taught me a lot. Mom's taught me a lot. Mr. Russ has taught me a lot about this industry. He talked me into doing this year. I appreciate all of them. They've taught me everything I know, basically. Having the entire community out here it was an eye-opener at how big of a deal this is and how big of an opportunity this is for these kids. It feels good. It feels like you're worth something, like gives people extra motivation to do stuff.
My old teacher called me when I had broken my neck, and while I was healing up, she knew I was not doing for work. So she's like, I want to catch him when he's better again, I can get him. I told her I can't do that. I can't make enough to support my family or whatever. So I was like, I'm honored, but no. And then a second high school, like a month or two later, she called, said the same thing. And then she called about Leesburg High School. I said the same thing. I told her I would think about it, but I was just trying to be nice. She was saying nice things about me. You know, she was trying to recruit me. So she's gonna tell me I'm great or whatever, you know. I'm not saying she was lying, because I am pretty amazing, you know, but 3 days later, I realized, wow, I'm actually thinking about this. And I thought maybe this is what I'm supposed to do, you know? dang, why am I, it's hot, that's why it's not tears, I'm just sweating, you know? But I started thinking maybe this is what I'm supposed to do, and you know, I don't want to go holy roller on here, this isn't some evangelist show, but like, I know I'm in the right place, and a way's been provided for me to take care of my family doing it. And so if kids think I'm like a father figure, maybe they never had, or they had a great dad, and it's like, here's another guy being that in my life, then all the better. In construction, it's a little easier because of the nature of what we're doing to be a mentor like that than it would be with another subject matter. So I'm lucky in that sense. Two things. One, all the students want to be here. My first goal with the program when I started was like, I want a program where there's enough kids who want it that they're not having to push kids into it who don't feel like being there. So that happened pretty quick. I think as soon as they realized we're actually going to use tools, they thought, yeah, everyone wants to do that, right? So they come out, we got that, and then I actually spend one-on-one time. They come to me one after another. It's one-on-one. It's one-on-one the whole time. That's why everyone gripes to me. They're like, you need to check your emails during the day. I'm like, I don't know when you do that, but I have a kid in my face the entire day, and that's the way I want it. So at the end of school, I check emails, whatever. So I say I'm building young people, and construction is my tool. So that I don't get distracted by the teaching and the deadlines. I gotta do this and this report and that report and all that kind of garbage. Like, that stuff's important, it's gotta get done. But A, I'm not great at that part of it, just being honest. But like, I don't want that to trample the real heart of why I'm here. The other thing is, my dad used to always, you know, he'd tell us, mom and dad, be like, you gotta clean your room before you can play. Well, we don't care about cleaning our room, we just wanna play. So we do a crappy job, right? Dad would come in, he always wanted to make sure we used a broom and swept around the corner of the room to get all the crap out. You know, you vacuum, it doesn't get that stuff right up against the baseboard. So he would come in there and he'd look at me, oh, sweep around the edges, and get a broom and he'd show us. And he'd talk to us, and we were like, oh, so sick, but he made us, but we knew better. So the punishment was we had to sit there and listen to Dad explain it all over again because we didn't do what we knew we should have done, right? So he would look at us and he would say, we do. And we had to say, quality work, Dad. So as a kid, it drove me crazy, but I learned I liked it when I do things, I might as well do them right? So I just say to the kids, what do we do? And they all say, quality work. So they keep that in mind.
Thank you for joining us today, and I hope you enjoyed today's groundbreaking ceremonies. In our next episode, the Dream Team will start bringing this house from the foundation up, and it'll start taking the shape of a home. Plus, we'll introduce you to mentors who will be working with the Dream Team throughout the year. If you would like to participate in this project or the Leesburg Construction Academy, please contact Danielle Stroud at Habitat for Humanity of Lake-Sumter or Linnea Weissman from the Lake County School District. Please support construction education.